Hello, my name is Yana Esmeralda Vides Diaz, and today I'm going to present to you the lesson plan number 2, today directed to productive skills. So let's begin. I'm going to show you today's agenda. The first part, we are going to talk about general information about the class. The second part, what skill and content are you teaching? The third part, main objective. And fourth, activities and procedures. The step number 1, the general information about the class. The teacher is going to be me, Diana Esmeralda Vides Diaz. The time is 2 hours. The day is going to be on Sunday, November 26th. And the subject is English course. The topic is Unit 3, My Home. And the level is going to be 8th grade. The key contents are physical appearance and personality of relatives. Adjectives to describe appearance and personality. So, what skill and content are you teaching? I'm going to be focused on the skill that is speaking, describing people and talking about adjectives of physical appearance, talking and describing people with adjectives related to personality, and describing distinguished adjectives of personality and appearance and their meanings. And the main topic of the lesson will be adjectives. Adjectives to describe physical appearance like tall, skinny, short, brown eyes, curly hair, etc. And adjectives to describe personality like lazy, intelligent, friendly, kind, brave, etc. Activities and procedures. Main objective. Students will be able to. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to describe their relatives and people in general by learning and discussing with their classmates the meaning of different adjectives of personality and physical appearance. Stage number 1, the warm-up. The students will play 2 truths and 1 lie. For this activity, the teacher has to ask the students to think about 2 truths and 1 lie about their relatives for a few minutes. After that, the teacher has to pick students randomly to participate and tell their 2 truths and 1 lie while the other students listen and guess which one of the 3 statements is a lie. This activity is a great starter because even though it's very simple, the students will be able to think about the vocabulary related to family members, which is important for this unit that they are about to see, and even vocabulary from the unit that they are about to see. So also this activity will wake them up because they will have to be attentive to guess what statement is a lie, and they will know more about each other as a group. This activity will last 15 minutes. Stage 2, presentation. Flashcards describing relatives. The teacher has to show the students flashcards made on canvas.com with different family members with a list of information about them. The teacher has to ask some volunteers to read out loud for the class. The teacher has to stop at each card to ask them about the vocabulary and has to monitor if they have a previous knowledge about some of the words. If not, the teacher has to explain the vocabulary the students don't know the meaning of. And after that, the teacher has to ask the students to write their own list describing themselves. The teacher has to give them some minutes, and after that, the teacher will ask some students to give a little resume to the class about it. Ask them to read it, but ask them not to read it, but to explain it. This presentation with the flashcards will show them the vocabulary needed for this unit, and they will be able to learn how to use these descriptions for themselves and for other people. This activity will last 20 minutes. This is an example of the activity and the flashcards describing relatives. So we are going to stage 3, the activities. The activity number 1, it's called Guess Who? The teacher has to ask the students to pick a classmate secretly and to think about what adjectives are the best to describe their physical appearance and personality. After a few minutes, the teacher will ask the students to participate voluntarily and to describe the classmate they choose without saying their name. The other students are going to guess who this student is talking about. This activity is good for them to learn how to describe other people and to use the vocabulary previously learned. This activity will last 15 minutes. So we are going to the activity number 2, the matching game. This second activity will be divided into parts. In the first part, the students will play a matching game individually in wordwall.net, where they are going to match each personality adjective with its opposite. And in the second part, after finishing the first part, the students will work in pairs. The teacher is going to ask them to discuss which one of the adjectives they consider good to have, if they are neutral about it, or if there's adjectives that they consider that are bad personality traits. And the last part, in this part, the students will speak to the class about the opinions they discussed with their partners and why they think like that. In this activity, the students will be able to speak with each other and distinguish different personality adjectives, while they make an understanding about good, bad, or neutral personality traits. This activity will last 20 minutes. This is an example of the first part of this activity, the matching game. So, and the last activity, it's called Let's Face It. The teacher is going to ask the students to work in pairs. The teacher has to give each one of the students a worksheet with the face of different family members with different features. And the teacher has to give instructions to the students to take turns to choose someone from the sheet secretly. And the other classmate has to guess which family member their partner choose by asking questions like, does this person have red hair? Is this person young? Is this person a man? Etc. With this activity, the students will practice speaking while making distinction of physical features of family members. This activity will last 15 minutes. This is the example of the worksheet that the teacher is going to give to the students. And we are going to stage 4, production. The production will be divided in 3 parts. The first part, the teacher has to show the students a chart with 4 columns in it. One with positive adjectives, second neutral adjectives, and third negative adjective of personality, and the last one with adjectives of physical appearance. The teacher will ask the students to give them as many adjectives they remember to fill in the chart. The second part, the teacher is going to ask the students to choose one family member of them and ask the students to choose one adjective per column for the first 3 columns and 3 adjectives of the last column with physical appearing adjectives that represent this family member they have chosen. And the last part, the teacher has to ask the students to participate voluntarily, and the students have to show to the whole class which adjectives and which one of their family members they choose and why these adjectives represent their family members. This activity will last 20 minutes. And this is the sample of the chart that the teacher is going to fill in with the help of the student. So we go to stage number 5, the wrap up. The name of this activity is spinning wheel. The students will play the random wheel to review all the content they just studied. The teacher has to show them a random wheel in wordwall.net. This wheel has different questions or requests where the students will have to describe a family member, describe an adjective of appearance or personality, etc. The teacher will ask the students to participate voluntarily. Every time a student raises their hand to participate, the teacher has to spin the wheel and ask the student to read the request or question they received and answer it. This wrap-up will help to monitor if the students got the unit, to review everything for the last time and if there's doubts or problems. And if the teacher notices that there is trouble or doubts, then the teacher can help or give feedback if necessary. This activity will last 15 minutes. And that's what the wheel. So we go to the last part in stage number 6, which is assessment. The teacher has to ask the students to choose 3 of their own family members, and they will have to record an audio giving a brief description of each one of the family members chosen using adjectives of appearance and personality. So this is everything for this activity. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.